Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Arkansas RC Newbie, and on today's episode we have got a new gearbox, right? It's going to be in this big old box over here, and we have even got some Mailtime. I'm super excited about this gearbox. If you guys have not seen my episode of the AMK gearbox I tried to install, that was for centered axles and not offset axles like the one that I've got in my crawler right now. So hopefully with this gearbox, it was like $39.99. You guys can check the affiliate links out in the description below. I want to install this thing, see if we can get that lower center of gravity with all the crawlers want, right? All the guys out there on the crawler courses, they definitely want some LCG, and that is something that I've been having some issues with, I've been struggling with. We're going to talk about some of the problems with my crawler, or at least some problems that I think I've got. And on a later episode, you guys will get to see this thing in real time and see if it's actually made some changes. Not only that, but we're going to be taking a look at my crawler and my new body that I've got too. All right, guys, so if you are interested in a little bit of Mailtime and a new gearbox, no overdrive gears, but super budget, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to opening and installing some stuff. Let's get the fancy mat out here. Now this mat can be bought at Walmart for like $9.99. It's basically a big old mouse pad, but it's my workbench and I love it. Now remember, Mailtime will be at the end of the episode, and for any of the stuff on today's episode, you guys can check out the affiliate links in the description below. Try to get all that stuff listed for you. Oh, there's some goodies in here, guys. There's some goodies in here, but I can't show you yet. Mailtime's coming up. Alright, here she is, man. This gearbox was $39.99. No overdrive gears whatsoever. It is a very simple design, and look how small it is. I mean, this thing right here is 2.6 inches wide, right? And that's like 68 millimeters, and it is 0.83 inches tall, or 21 millimeters tall. This thing is super tiny, and just based on the front and the rear drive here, that guy is smooth. Now it does state on their site that you can mount this thing in a whole bunch of different ways. What I am a big fan of, since there's no overgear drives, I'll be able to maybe set up some gearing in my pumpkins, but since there's no overdrive gears, I think I'm saying that backwards, I'll be able to not have to worry about what side spins faster and what side spins slower. I'll just be able to gear it down in the axles. And it does come with a pinion gear. I'm hoping that it's the same pitch as what I'm running now, because I think I'm running a 21 tooth, but anyway, it does come with that. This thing gets like 4 out of 5 stars, and the only review on it is it does just such a good job. So hopefully I can help out with you guys in making a decision if you're looking for a new gearbox for your crawler. It doesn't come with a skid plate or anything like that. It looks like it does have aluminum design down here, an aluminum mounting plate. It's supposed to be all steel gears inside there. Again, no overdrive gears. We do have a cool little carbon fiber cover, and then also one on the back. I'm thinking we can take this off and maybe swap this around if we want to run it a different way, and kind of if we have some fitment issues. But let's go ahead and get the crawl over here. I'm going to show you guys kind of the issues that I'm having with it here later. Alright guys, here is my AMK carbon fiber crawler chassis. I have got the Flash Hobby servo right up front, and the cool thing about this chassis is it has a kind of a little mounting plate that comes with it, and it's all carbon fiber. It's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of this as opposed to the servo on axle. But, you know, I do have those axles we showed here recently in another episode that actually has a servo on axle that I'm looking forward to installing, possibly on this if this doesn't quite get the job done. I'm running the more budget style Portal, I believe they're Endura axles. They have great weight, and I just love the ground clearance. Quicrun Fusion by Hobbywing, the 2-in-1 motor. I love this motor. Super, just extremely good throttle control on this guy. I got the Desert Lizard 110s on this thing, and she's a beast. You know what I'm saying? She's right at about 6.5 pounds. Now the issue that I run into with being a little bit top heavy is my massive Stealth X gearbox. I've got like 3 of these Stealth X gearboxes. I love them. I'm such a fan. I've also got the LCG Artful Dodgers where it lays it down so it doesn't stand so tall. It used to about be up here. I do have an episode on that as well. It laid it down, made a massive difference. But I mean, just look at that big old honking thing. I know it's kind of hard to see in there. It's the entire middle of the crawler is taken up by the gearbox. So imagine when we install this, if it works today, it will be just awesome and so much lower. But anyway, so that's the crawler there. Again, she's super heavy. I want to show you guys the body that I've got. This body was sent to me by Delta Plastic. Delta Plastics, you guys can check out the links in the description below. This is their rock bouncer body, and I put some, we have a mountain bike channel, and we got some decals sent to us by one of our patrons, and it was a mongoose decal, so I decided to call it the Goose. You guys can see that we've got the decals all over there. Got the fire extinguisher on the back side, Goose on the top. I think this was a grill from a different crawler. But I was going to do just an alone episode on this, but it just didn't work out too well, so I was just hoping I'd show you guys. But this thing covers the entire all of my electronics, and I think it looks sweet, you know. Those really big open sides there. Wheelbase is right at a 12.3, and this body I think just suits it really well. So be interesting crawling with this thing next. I do have some crawling episodes coming up, so make sure you guys turn those notifications on. But yeah, beautiful body again by Delta Plastics. Check out the link in the description below if you guys want to get yourself some cool crawler bodies. Okay, now if you guys remember my Leagendaey Tool Kit, everybody needs one of these tool kits. You guys can also look in the affiliate links in the description below. Amazing tool kit. I get compliments on it all the time. Came with everything you're going to need, and it even came with an RC work stand, which I don't really use that much. I mainly use it just for storing purposes. Now you guys can see how much room this thing takes up when I remove it. Like I said, it's the entire middle of my crawler. It's the entire chassis. It's crazy. Until it gets to the side hilling and different things like that, I just feel I'm lacking, and this thing is just too top heavy. But you guys can see it there, man. This thing is massive. And it weighs a pretty good amount too, and I do have the drive shafts on there, the steel drive shafts, but it weighs a lot, very big, very bulky. It takes up a whole bunch of room, especially with the engine or the motor mount on there. I mean, that thing is just really big. And let me show you a little side-by-side comparison. Look at this. Look at the size difference. Man, that size difference is awesome. It's going to sit way lower. That is just too cool, man. For 40 bucks. So the way my skid plate's laid out right now, we have the wider of the two mounting bolts on the passenger side, if you will. And I've got the two closer ones here. And then we've got the wide on the outer lip, so it's going to mount like so. Now the problem with this is it's going to be backwards as to where my motor was mounted. And if you guys can see here, I had to chop into my frame just a little bit because this lip came down similar to this one over here, so my motor wouldn't fit. So what we'll probably do, if I can do it, it says it was easy to install and it was easy to run a bunch of different angles. I could swap my skid plate and move it over there, right? I could do that, but then I run the risk of having to take everything apart. Who wants to take everything apart? I can't even tell the difference with the ones I've drilled. The holes match up perfectly. So we have got the gearbox in there. Massive difference. I mean, look how clean that is. Okay, guys. Well, after a little bit of modification, she is in there. Look at how clean that is. There is so much more room here. It's amazing. You guys got to see the before and just how busy it was. Now, I've still got to handle some wires, some wireage here. But, I mean, the motor is out of the way of the links. I'm super excited about. Look how low it is. That's the bottom of the chassis right there. That is just, like I said, it's 2.68 inches tall, sitting on top of that skid plate. That is just very impressive to me. Super clean, man. It is just so much more simple now. You know, like I said, I love the Stealth X stuff. It's just big and bulky and tall, and it just everything is engulfed in it. Now I've got more weight up front how we want it. It's super low. I can't wait to crawl with this thing. Make sure you guys turn those notifications on just so you can see how this thing does. Like, wow, such a big improvement. Let me go ahead and put a battery in this guy, and I'm going to lift it up and we'll just see how fast these wheels spin. You know, it's a heck of a difference going from a 21 tooth to what was this, an 8 tooth or a 9-tooth, something like that. Let me put the battery in here real quick and we're going to run this for you. So I was talking about the super slowing crawling with this guy. Again, we got wires and all that. But I mean, look how slow this goes. That's crazy slow. We'll have to see. Maybe that will be just an okay speed for crawling, huh? It's decently quiet. Let me flip it upside down to get a little more of a, maybe a realistic effect. Because remember, those axles are planted out right now. There's no tension on them. That's pretty quiet right there. That's quiet. Okay. All right. Right now I'm happy with it, but it's gonna be a different story when I get this thing out in the course and I have to get up a hill and I need some wheel speed. All right, guys, let's get to some mail time. That was awesome. $40 for this thing. How cool is that? All right, guys, well, it's time for everybody's favorite segment, a little bit of mail time. So happy the gearbox went well. Now let me show you what we have got in the box. All came one package. All right, first thing that we have got. Oh, I'm excited about this. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what this is. This is a tire installation tool. Yeah, I had to read that. I've wanted one of these for a really long time. I got this on Amazon for $13.99. Looks like it comes with the little bit of hardware here. Comes with that long threaded nut. And basically you just put this guy on the back of your wheels. You put this on the little wing nut up on the top portion there. It smashes all the way through, or you put it, I think, on the opposite side. Smashes all the way through and allows you to put those really tough beadlock wheels on. This is really going to be a big help. I'm tired of stripping out the back sides of my wheel sets. I really could use it for the last ones. And this just might come in handy when it comes to this next item. All right, you guys ready to see this? Oh, I'm excited about it. Boom! Boom! What do you think about that? These are the BF Goodrich Crawler TA Red Label 1.9 Predator Super Soft tires. Crawling tires. I love my Hyraxes, guys. Oh, those are soft. Oh, wow, those are really soft. I love my Hyraxes so much. But you know what, here lately, these things smell terrible. It smells like fish. Here lately, those the Hyraxes have just not been getting the job done. You know, I've ran them for about 6 months, and they've just lost a lot of their grip. They do pretty well, like on sandstone, rocks like that. They do good on still. I'm still going to be keeping those. They do great, like at certain courses. But for the most part, they've lost their grip, and when those things get wet, they're done. A lot of the guys out there on the courses use these or the Tusk. I had a pair of these before, but I did not really know too much. I still don't. They were the G8 compound, and I got sold on them. I didn't want to call the person out on who sold them to me. I thought I bought them brand new. I thought that they knew what they were talking about, and I took their word for it. I had the phone with me. I should have just looked it up, which one was softer, but all I had in stock was the G8. So I got me some Predator compound. I liked the tires beforehand. Now that my rig's a heck of a lot heavier, I think these things will do pretty good. So that is my mail time. You guys want to see how these things do on the course, or my new rig with my new gearbox does? Like again, man, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. Let me know if you guys have these tires or if you recommend a tire. Now, please, on the recommendations of tires, I run, I believe it is Crawlapalooza, and they're in Disney, the Oklahoma rule set. We have to go by that. And I know there's some tires that are on the banned list, but these right here, everybody uses them. A lot of guys use them, and I'm hoping that these are going to help me get up into that win. Maybe this, Delta Plastic, and little squid inserts, that combo will be the best combo yet. But guys, as always, appreciate you watching the Arkansas RC Newbie. A little bit of mail time. I will see you guys on the next episode. I'm excited about this crawling season, man. We're getting ready.